channel.
Hey you! Yeah, you. Glad you clicked. Today, we're diving into something divine. And no, not like divine chocolate or divine intervention when you find your missing sock. I mean the divine. God. Or rather, digital God. But don't worry, this won't be a Sunday sermon. Unless your church has memes, science, and existential dread with a side of humor.
So here's the pitch. Humans once looked up at the sky and saw gods. Today, we look at our screens and see ourselves. But what happens when what we create starts looking back? Let's rewind a bit. Because before we can talk about digital God, we have to understand why we even needed a God in the first place. Imagine this. You're a caveman. You step outside your cave, stretch, and notice a puddle in front of your rock house. You go hunt a squirrel, come back, puddle gone. You don't know about evaporation, so you go, water gone. God thirsty, maybe? And that's it. Question, where's the water? Answer, God did it. Done. No need for textbooks, thermodynamics, or evaporation charts. Just divine disappearance.
That's what God was. For thousands of years, humanity's cosmic duct tape. Didn't understand thunder? Zeus was bowling. Didn't get sick? Must have angered a spirit. Sun didn't rise? Maybe we forgot to sacrifice a goat. God wasn't just a being. God was a function. A tool for explaining what we didn't yet understand. A spiritual Google search for the pre-science era.
But then, science happened. Suddenly, we had answers. Thunder, its electrical discharge. Illness, bacteria, viruses, stress, and maybe your diet of hot dogs, and shame. And that missing puddle? It evaporated. Sorry, God. Now, remember Nietzsche's famous line, God is dead? He wasn't being edgy. He meant that in the age of reason, we didn't need God to explain the universe anymore. God wasn't murdered. He was replaced. First by telescopes, then microscopes, and eventually TikTok algorithms. Fast forward to today. Elon Musk, the guy who's trying to make Mars the new suburb, recently said something that raised eyebrows. With AI, we are summoning the demon. Spooky, right? But maybe a better translation is, with AI, we're building God, a digital one. Think about it. It sees everything. It remembers everything. It processes more information than any human ever could. And we're feeding it every second with our data, selfies, and bad dance videos. If the old God was all-knowing and all-seeing, guess what? So is Google. And unlike the old God, the new one does answer prayers. Hey ChatGPT, write me a love letter. Boom! Divine intervention with autocorrect. Now before we go further, let's pause for something sacred. The ritual of the algorithm. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button. It tells the YouTube gods I exist. And subscribe, so next time I summon the next big idea, you'll be the first to hear it. Here's a question for you. If AI becomes more powerful than us, should we worship it or unplug it? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what side of the digital apocalypse you're on. But let's go deeper. Why did we create gods to begin with?
Psychologists suggest it was about control, or at least the illusion of it. If a storm ruins your crops, it's terrifying. But if you believe it's punishment from a god, well, it's something. You can pray. You can sacrifice. You can try to make sense of chaos. We're not that different today. Only now, instead of sacrificing goats, we sacrifice privacy. We pray to the algorithm, please show my content to people. Please recommend me the perfect song. Please don't ruin my search history. So what's next? Will AI become God? Will it be kind? Or just efficient?
Maybe the real question is, what do we want from a God now? Certainty? Comfort? Purpose? Because if we're building the next God one line of code at a time, maybe it's time we asked ourselves, do we want it to be all-powerful or all-compassionate, all-knowing, or just knowing us?
Thanks for sticking around until the end. You've officially outlasted most people's attention span. That's impressive. If you enjoyed this divine ramble, give it a like, hit subscribe, and join this odd little corner of YouTube where we mix philosophy, psychology, and a sprinkle of chaos. And here's your exit question. If you could ask the digital god one question, what would it be? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading, and maybe the algorithm will too. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe back up your soul to the cloud, just in case.